Have you ever heard just one simple sentence that somehow made your heart feel lighter and your mind calmer? It did not solve your problems, but it helped you feel grounded, like you could face whatever was in front of you. Life is full of challenges, and it is also full of moments when we feel overwhelmed. There are days when everything feels too much to handle. People grow distant, work becomes exhausting, and your health is not what it used to be. But sometimes, on those very same days, a single sentence said, at the right time, can lift you up, soften your heart, and warm your spirit. It does not have to be profound or poetic. Just a few honest words said at the right moment can completely shift someone's mood or perspective. In today's video, I want to share with you 10 powerful quotes, not because they are fancy or glamorous, but because they are real, they are meaningful, and they have helped many people find peace of mind and a quiet kind of joy in their hearts. Before we get started, I would love for you to leave a comment below as a little reminder to yourself. Something like, I choose to live peacefully every day, or I let go of what weighs me down. And do not forget to like the video and subscribe to the channel so you will not miss more gentle, heartfelt content like this. And now, let us take a moment to listen to each quote. Every single one carries a deep life lesson that might help you see the world with a little more ease and lightness. Quote number 1. The tongue has no bones, yet it twists in every direction. The mouth has no rim, yet it speaks from all four corners. Words, they are among the lightest things in the world, yet they can carry some of the heaviest damage. They may not pierce the skin, but they can cut deep into the heart. This quote is a powerful reminder of the double-edged nature of words. They can build or they can destroy. They can soothe a hurting heart or completely crush someone's spirit. In life, you will hear plenty of polite compliments, sugar-coated flattery, and then behind your back, there are whispers, mockery, and stories twisted out of shape. The words of the world are hard to control. You cannot force anyone to be honest or real, and you certainly cannot stop people from gossiping about you. But what you can do, and what you should do, is not let those twisted words shake your own sense of self. If you live just to chase praise and avoid criticism, you will always be changing direction like a leaf in the wind. But if you can stay honest, clear-headed, and true to yourself, no amount of talk can make you lose your way. There are people who speak carelessly, who say things without thinking, or who live in contradiction. One way today, completely different tomorrow. Sooner or later, they all pay a price. Words cannot be taken back, and sometimes a single thoughtless sentence can damage a relationship for good. We cannot silence every false statement out there, but we can choose not to give it space in our minds. The calmer you are in the face of rumors, the stronger you become. Live with integrity. Live with kindness. That is the only way to rise above the twisted paths of other people's words. Quote number 2. When someone hurts you on purpose again and again, forgive them, but never trust them again. Forgiveness is an act of strength, but placing your trust in the wrong hands is an act of foolishness. Not everyone who hurts you feels sorry. Not everyone who says sorry truly wants to change. Some people hurt you once, then twice, then a third time, and they keep doing it simply because they know you will forgive them. They have grown used to your soft heart. Trust is fragile. It is like a sheet of paper. Once it is crumpled, you can try to smooth it out, but it will never look the same. When emotions crack, no matter how hard you try to mend them, they rarely return to what they were before. Forgiving someone is not about making them feel better. It is about freeing your own mind from anger and resentment. Forgiveness is the first step toward healing. But trust, that is a completely different story. A heart that has been hurt needs protection. You cannot keep opening your heart to someone who walks in just to break everything again. Being too soft can become a double-edged sword. Do not confuse forgiveness with foolishness. Some people are meant to stay in a past chapter of your life. Do not drag them into your present, and certainly do not take them with you into your future. You can still be polite. You can still be kind. You can even smile when you see them again. But deep down, you should know your trust no longer belongs there. Trust is precious, and it should be given only to those who are truly worthy. Being selective with your trust does not make you hard or cold. In fact, it is the way you protect your inner peace, so you can love the right people, live the right way, and avoid repeating old wounds. Quote number 3. Being too sincere is a mistake. Trusting people too quickly is just plain foolish. Sincerity is a beautiful quality, but if you give it to the wrong person at the wrong time, it might be the very thing that hurts you the most. When you are too sincere, too kind, people often start to take it for granted. They stop appreciating what you offer and begin to expect it. Then when you no longer give like you used to, they do not thank you, they blame you, they grow cold. In some cases, they even take advantage of your kindness because they know you will not say no, you will not push back, and you will not get angry. There is a fine line between sincerity and naivete, and you need to learn how to stay clear-headed so you do not cross over to the wrong side. The same goes for trust. Trusting others is necessary for relationships to grow, but trusting too quickly, too easily, can cost you dearly. There are people out there who know exactly what to say, how to act warm and genuine just to get close, and then quietly take advantage. By the time you realize what happened, you have lost your time, your emotions, and sometimes even your ability to trust those around you. You need to understand this sincerity is a precious gift, but not everyone deserves it. Giving should come with intention. That is not being stingy, it is about respecting yourself. Before offering your kindness to someone, take time to observe how they live, how they treat others, and how they respond when things do not go their way. Those moments reveal more than 1,000 sweet words. And when you realize someone does not value your kindness, stop trying so hard. Take a step back. Save your sincerity for those who truly appreciate it and for yourself. Quote number 4. Not everyone who smiles at you is a friend, and not everyone who upsets you is an enemy. A smile is one of the easiest things to misread in human interaction. Some smiles are full of kindness and good intentions, but others are masks that cover deceit. And on the flip side, some words may be hard to hear, but they come from a place of genuine care. This quote is a reminder of an important life lesson. You need to look at people with both your heart and your mind. Do not be too quick to trust someone just because they seem sweet and charming on the surface. Sometimes those very people are hiding a knife behind their smile, all cheerful on the outside, but calculating on the inside. They are not here because they care about you, but because they see what they can get from you. And you should not be too quick to dislike those who have made you uncomfortable or said things you did not want to hear. Sometimes those people are the ones who wake you up, who help you grow. Like bitter medicine that cures the truth may sting, but it can be incredibly valuable. The world is full of half-hearted relationships. Some people only stick around when you are happy, successful, and thriving. But the moment life gets hard, or you start showing your true emotions, they disappear. On the other hand, there are people who may not say sweet things often, but they quietly support you. They are there when it counts. They do not need to prove they are your friend, their actions say it all. You need to stay sharp enough to tell the difference. Who is truly smiling from the heart, and who is just playing a role? Who simply annoyed you and moved on, and who is sweet-talking you while quietly causing harm? One of the clearest signs is this: a genuine person will call you out when you are wrong, because they care about your growth. A fake one will always agree with you just to stay in your good graces, but deep down they could not care less about you. So be thankful for those who once upset you if they helped you become a better version of yourself. And do not rush to trust the easy smiles, because sometimes those are the ones that leave the deepest scars. Quote number 5. When everything falls apart, only a few people will still stand by you, and those people are called family. Everyone at some point will hit rock bottom, Maybe you lose your job, your money, your relationship, or your sense of direction. Those moments when it feels like the whole world has turned its back on you. The people who once promised to always be there suddenly disappear. Bonds that once felt unbreakable begin to fade. But even in those moments, there is still one place, no matter how far you fall, no matter how hurt you are, that will always welcome you back, your family. There is no substitute for the love of the people you share blood with. Even if you fail, even if you make mistakes or lose everything. In your mother's eyes, you are still her child, someone she wants to protect. In your father's voice, there is still belief in you, even if his words sound tough. In the arms of your siblings, there is that familiar comfort, no explanations needed, no conditions attached. Family is the one place that listens with the heart, not just with the ears. A place where you can sit in silence and still feel understood. Life may teach you how to be strong, how to stand tall, and how to fight through the storms. But it is your family that teaches you that you do not have to do it all alone. Because no matter how wild the storms get outside, there is still a home where you can return. A warm meal waiting. Someone asking, "How was your day?" not out of politeness, but from genuine care. When you are young, you might think you do not need anyone. But as you grow, as life hits harder, you begin to realize in your weakest moments, the only ones who never walk away are your family. They do not need to be perfect. They do not need to show off. They just need to be there, and that is enough. And if you are still lucky enough to have your parents, your siblings, your children by your side, treasure that. It is a priceless gift. Do not wait until it is gone to feel the regret, because sometimes it is only after someone is no longer around that you realize they were your truest peace. Quote, number 6. Peace is not the absence of storms. It is standing strong in the middle of the storm with a calm and steady heart. We all wish for a peaceful life, no chaos, no uncertainty, no emotional pain. But the truth is, peace has nothing to do with what is happening outside of us. Real peace is something that lives inside. Life will always come with things you cannot control: illness, loss, misunderstandings, betrayal. You cannot stop those things from happening, but you can choose how to respond to them. You can let them knock you down, or you can stand tall, take the lesson, and move forward. A calm heart is one that is not shaken by drama, not disturbed by fleeting things. Peace does not mean you feel nothing. It means you know when to let go, when to stay quiet, and when to step back when your emotions are stirring too strongly. Peace is knowing this everything will pass. Whether it is joy or sadness, it is all just part of the journey. And you, no matter how tired you feel, can still wipe your tears, lift your head and take the next step. Because you are no longer afraid inside. Someone with a strong inner world will not fall apart just because life does. That is because they do not place their peace in anyone else's hands. They create it for themselves through awareness, through living simply and kindly. And by understanding this one truth, no one can take away your peace unless you let them. You do not have to be happy all the time. But you do need to protect a quiet space inside yourself, a place you can return to when the world around you gets too loud. Live like a tree standing tall in a storm, not needing flashy flowers, just deep roots to stay grounded. That is what true peace really looks like. Quote number 7. If you want to truly end something, the best way is to stay silent and do not soften your heart. Being decisive is one of the most important skills we develop as adults, and also one of the hardest, especially when it involves love. Sometimes in relationships, people hurt each other so deeply that the damage cannot be repaired. But even then, they cannot let go. They stay in touch. They hold on to hope. They allow their hearts to be pulled back into something that is no longer healthy. And in doing so, a part of their life remains stuck in the past, while their mind is torn between reason and emotion. But the truth is, when it is time to end something, being firm is the only way to move forward. Because holding on, even out of love, can become a heavy burden for both people. Do not expect that the same old apology will suddenly heal your heart. Do not believe that endless forgiveness will magically change someone who is not trying to grow. If a person has hurt you over and over again without real effort to make it right, what you need is not to give them another chance, but to give yourself a chance at peace. Silence is a form of strength. It does not mean you are weak. It means you have matured enough to realize some things are better left behind, and they do not need to be explained. The more you talk, the more tangled things get. Only through silence, both outside and inside, can you truly begin the process of healing. And do not let your heart soften too easily. Sometimes your tenderness is the trap that pulls you back into a painful path. You must believe this real love does not demand the cost of your peace. If a relationship causes more pain than happiness, that is not where you are meant to stay. An ending is just the start of something new. Do not fear being alone. The emptiness will pass, and you will learn how to treat yourself kindly without needing anyone else to feel whole. Quote number 8. The coldest thing in this world is not the winter wind. It is the indifference of someone you once saw as everything. Few things hurt more than being ignored by someone who used to care. It is not about what they did. It is about what they no longer do. They stop asking how you are. They stop showing up. They are absent when you need them the most. Indifference does not require cruel words or harsh actions. It shows up in silence, in unread messages, in blank stares, when you are upset in the way they brush off your feelings, even when you try to open up. It is emotional abandonment, and it leaves you feeling small, invisible, and eventually unsure of your worth. Indifference kills relationships quietly. You might not even notice it at first, but day by day, as you find yourself trying harder, waiting longer, wondering if they still care, the love inside you begins to fade. Every relationship, whether it is love, marriage, or friendship, needs to be nurtured with attention. A quick call, a kind word, a hug at the right time. These little things can save someone from drowning in loneliness, but indifference, even if unintentional, can make someone feel like a background character in the story of your life. The person who is indifferent often does not realize how much harm they are doing. Like a child too busy playing to notice the storm clouds coming. But the one being ignored, they remember everything, every disappointment, every moment they felt alone. If you are in a relationship where indifference has become the norm, ask yourself, are you truly being loved, or are you just taking up space in someone else's life? And if you are the one slowly becoming distant, look at the person beside you. How long have they been waiting for your attention? Do not wait until they walk away in silence to realize the person who once cared the most is the one you neglected the most. Winter winds come and go, but emotional coldness, if left too long, can destroy a relationship beyond repair. Quote number 9. Every day, choose one small thing to be grateful for, and life will feel lighter than ever. We are so often caught chasing big goals that we forget what life is really made of: the small things. A warm meal, a gentle hug, a day without pain, a phone call from someone you love, or maybe just a quiet afternoon with a breeze and no noise. These are treasures if your heart is soft enough to notice them. Gratitude does not require anything big. All it takes is a slower pace, a deeper look, and the realization that you are alive and there is still so much around you to appreciate. Practicing daily gratitude will change how you see the world. Instead of being annoyed by the rain, you might be thankful the trees are being watered. Instead of getting frustrated by waiting, you might use the time to breathe, to reflect. This mindset shift does not remove life's struggles, but it does ease the weight in your heart. Many people say, "I will be grateful when life gets better." But the truth is, gratitude does not come after happiness, it is the beginning of it. When you focus on what is good, that goodness grows inside you until one day you feel full, even if your circumstances have not changed much. Try writing down one thing you are grateful for each day. Maybe it is the fact that you can still walk on your own, still hear the birds sing in the morning, still have a roof over your head. If one day those things were gone, you would understand their true value. Gratitude is not about denying sadness. It is about choosing not to let sadness blind you from everything else that is still beautiful. Life is always a mixed joy and sorrow, light and dark. Gratitude is when you choose to turn your heart toward the light, even when the sky is still a little grey. Quote number 10. Forgiveness does not change the past, but it opens the door to a peaceful future. Forgiveness is not forgetting. It is not accepting bad behavior. It is simply choosing to stop letting the past control your present or your future. It is an inner act, a courageous decision to free yourself from the chains of resentment. People often say, "I cannot forgive, they do not deserve it." But ask yourself this: do you deserve to live with more peace if your anger is stealing your sleep, draining your spirit, making it hard to love again? Is it really worth holding on to? Holding a grudge is like drinking poison and hoping the other person suffers. You carry a heavy weight in your heart while the other person might be living their life, not even thinking about what they did. The more you cling to the past, the more you trap yourself in a dark place. Forgiveness does not require an apology. Forgiveness is a gift you give yourself so you can breathe easier, sleep deeper, smile softer. It is how you tell your soul, "I choose peace. I do not choose ongoing pain." And remember, forgiveness does not mean you let someone keep hurting you. It means you stop hurting yourself from the inside out. It means the old pain no longer gets to write your story. When you forgive, the past stays the same, but your future, it becomes brighter, softer, more open. No more flinching when someone brings up the past. No more anger rising out of nowhere when you think of that person. Just you lighter, freer, walking into your next chapter. We have just explored 10 quotes that may seem simple on the surface, but each one holds a deeply powerful life lesson. These are not words to hear once and forget. They are like little stones you tuck into your pocket for the journey, something you can hold on to when you feel tired or lost. Life is never perfect, but when we learn to hold on to what matters, let go of what weighs us down, be thankful for the small things, and forgive the heavy ones, then the mind feels lighter, the heart grows warmer, and each passing day becomes less of a burden and more of a gift. Always remember, peace does not come from escaping the storm. It comes from learning how to stand in it with a calm heart. Each quote today is like a small umbrella for your stormy days. Now tell me which quote spoke to your heart the most. Leave a comment below with a positive message you believe can change someone's life as a way of joining in the ripple of kindness. Something like, "I deserve a life that is gentle and full of joy. I choose peace every single day, no matter what comes. Each morning I wake up, I am grateful to still be here, still loving, still alive." And do not forget to like the video and subscribe to the channel, because sometimes all it takes is one gentle reminder to turn a heavy day into a softer one.